What's up, everyone? This is Raine Cruz, and it's time for the rain check with the undefeated Tony, the Conqueror Cortez. Tony, good morning. How are you?
Good, good. How are you?
I am doing good. I am very excited to have you here on the rain check. We have not met in person because you will be joining us at Up Next Fighting for the first time ever at UNF 27 on August 30th in Woodland Hills, California. So, welcome officially to Up Next Fighting, Tony. How excited are you to face Ryan Lilley on August 30th at UNF 27?
I'm really excited. He's a veteran of the game. I've seen him fight a bunch of times. He's fought a lot of people that I know. So I'm excited to knock him out and show how good I am.
Hmm. And so you've been with, different promotions in the past. Do you get nervous though when you fight for a new promotion? Or is it kind of just like, yeah, another day at the office?
uh, I feel like it's pretty much the same thing.
Uh-huh.
I think UNF does a better job though of like promoting the fighters more than other promotions.
Mhm, mhm. So you enjoy all the interviews and like the pictures.
Yeah, I think it gets you ready kind of like for the UFC if that's your goal.
Yeah, yeah. It preps you for the big stage, right?
Hmm.
Yeah. So you mentioned facing someone like Ryan Lilley, right? Veteran of the game. He's fought for different promotions as well. When you face someone like him, is it actually good because you have so much tape to find online to study your opponent?
Yeah, for sure. I watch a lot of tapes. I watch a lot of my opponent's fights, and I try to see everything that they do,
Mhm,
and I try to get a lot from watching their fights.
mhm. And, as an undefeated fighter, do you feel pressured though to keep your undefeated streak going?
Uh, I would say yeah. I mean, but I like the pressure. They say pressure makes diamonds, and I do better under pressure. I feel like I'm like Kobe. Like if I got pressure, I'm gonna make that shot. So that's how I feel with this fight. Beating him is gonna be really big for me. So the pressure's on, but I feel like the pressure's more on like can I finish him too in the first round. So that's what's gonna happen. I'm gonna finish him in the first round. He's not that good. He's gotten beat up by pretty much everybody. So I mean, for me, he's just a pawn for me to step up and use his name to get to the next level.
Ooh, wow, I love that prediction, Tony. Now, because that leads up to my next question. You have a very impressive record, 5-0 as a professional fighter. 3 of your victories as a pro is by submission, and 2 are by knockout. And then let's just talk about your AMI career as well. You're 8-0, 6 of them ended in a stoppage. Like you just want to get things done. Clearly, you want to end it in your own terms, Tony. I want to ask you, do you have a favorite fight though, um, in your career so far? Because almost all of them ended early, and like I said, in your own terms.
Favorite fight?
Hmm.
I'll say my favorite fight from myself is I have a 6 second knockout. That was my favorite one. So uh, I had like something bad happen to like my life and my family before that fight, and I was able to go in there and still win the fight in 6 seconds, which was like just showed me how strong I am mentally.
Yeah, you didn't let anything bother you.
No, I trained even harder.
Wow, that's amazing. Now, I want to ask you though, I'm curious. Um, have you ever faced an opponent wherein you're like, okay, now this guy's really testing my skills. I gotta re-strategize. That way I know I can like, get this fight out of the way, like knock this guy out.
um, I would say that when I fought the Matias Palma guy,
Mm.
I fought him in Combate. That's the guy I knocked out with the elbow. he was like kicking me a lot in my legs, and he was landing some good punches on me, and he probably hit me more than I've ever been hit in a fight. And that fight lasted like a minute or 30 seconds or something like that. But I think that's when the pressure started getting where he kept hitting me and I wasn't hitting him, and then I just threw an elbow and I caught him. So
Wow. Wow. And then after you hit that elbow, you're like, you knew right away that was it?
no, I didn't. I looked up. I was like, "Where did he go?" And then he was on the ground.
Oh, and were you shocked then?
Yeah, I was pretty shocked.
Oh,
But
wow.
what I'm trying to say is like he was kind of beating me up in those 30 seconds before I hit him with the elbow.
Wow, that's amazing, man. That's amazing. You're very passionate about fighting. I've seen your interviews, especially on the Fight Family podcast. I saw the fire in you, Tony. Like the way you spoke about how much you love fighting. You're very passionate about it, and also your record shows it. How did you get into this sport?
Um, when I was a kid, I wasn't very good. So my mom put me in fighting so that I don't get in trouble anymore and learn some discipline. Uh, like yesterday, uh, I saw this guy. He's like, "Do you remember me from fourth grade?" I was like, "Yeah, I remember you." He's like, "I have this memory of you getting mad at a substitute teacher, and you flipped the desk, and you cussed him out, and then walked out and kicked the door open." I was like, "What the heck?" I was like 10 years old when I did that. So
Oh,
yeah,
wow.
I had like anger issues, so my mom put me in. She put me in the UFC gym, and then I started training.
Uh,
And after I started training, I had a fight like 2 weeks after I first started training. That was my first fight. 2 weeks after, like a pancration fight. I was 10 years old,
oh, wow. Were
and then
you
I tried.
excited about that fight though, or were you kind of like, "Oh no, I've only been training for 2 weeks. I don't know if I can fight."
No, I signed myself up for the fight.
Oh, you
Like
actually did. Okay.
your parents are supposed to sign you up, but I copied my mom's signature from like from when I was younger, and then I signed her name for me to fight, and then they charged her $30 to her card, and she was like, "What the hell?" I was like, "Oh, I signed myself up to fight." She got really mad, and then I was like, "Don't worry." I was like, "I'm gonna win my fight. Don't even worry." And then I won my fight.
That's amazing, man. I love that story. So, like from there, you just kind of kept training throughout the years then?
Yeah, I never stopped training.
Oh, wow. Dude, it's like basically your destiny, man. Since 10 years old.
Yeah, I saw like a Chuck Liddell fighting on the TV, and I was like, I'm gonna be one of those guys. And then that's when a couple weeks later I started training because I was playing soccer, but they kicked me off the soccer team because I was too violent. That's what they said. And then my mom's like, "You want to fight? You want to fight?" And I was like, "Yeah." And then she put me in Taekwondo, and then they kicked me out of Taekwondo because I was too disrespectful. So then she put me in the UFC gym. That was perfect.
Oh, wow. Wow. So I'm assuming you got a lot of red cards then when you played soccer?
Yeah, I did. Then they made me goalie, and then I was good at goalie. But then when they switched me out for the other goalie,
Uh-huh.
I got really mad, and I started cussing out the coach.
That's funny. Well, so tell me about your nickname, the Conqueror. Did you always have that nickname, or someone just gave that to you because you've been the Conqueror inside the cage?
No, like again when I was like 10 years. No, this was probably when I was already like 11 or 12.
Hmm.
I saw the I would have the history book in class, and then I saw the name Hernan Cortez, the conqueror that conquered the Aztec Empire, the Spanish conqueror. I was reading about him, and then I read that he's the one who conquered the Aztecs, and I was like, that's me. I just remember saying that, and then from there I got like obsessed with uh, Hernan Cortez and his story, and then like how he showed up to, like the what we know as Mexico now. He showed up there and he just like he burnt all the ships and he's like, we're gonna conquer or we're gonna die, and conquered the they conquered all the Aztecs. So I was like very inspired by his story. Like he's just that's kind of how I see fighting. Like I'm gonna kill or be killed. I ain't dying no time soon. So
Ooh, I love that. That's strong, Tony. I love it.
thank you.
Yeah. Well, you have successfully conquered different promotions throughout your career. I'm going to ask you, Tony, do you have any other promotions that you want to fight for?
Besides UNF,
Hmm.
well, I want to fight for UNF, but I think I think I'm like one or two fights away from being in the UFC. So that's my next thing. I really want to fight for the UFC. I know there's a lot of guys in there that I can beat, and I've trained with a lot of UFC fighters, and I've done good, like really good against them. So I know that I know that I can hang with the guys in there, especially like the younger guys, like Raul Rosas.
Mm.
I'll fuck that dude up, even though he's cool. But I just know I could beat him. And there's more fighters I just watched them fight that I know I could beat. So I should be in the UFC soon.
If Dana White calls you right now and he asks you, "Hey Tony, love you, dude. Like you're amazing. Would you be interested in doing the Ultimate Fighter or the Dana White's Contender Series?"
Um, I think I'd rather do the Contender Series.
Mm.
I ain't trying to be locked up with a bunch of guys for a month or two. See, like in that situation, I'd probably get in a fight and I'd probably get kicked out. So it'd be better for me to just do the Contender Series. But if I had to do the Ultimate Fighter, I would do it. But I don't know. That shit would kind of suck.
Oh, if you end up doing that though, who would be your dream coach?
Coach?
Mhm.
Mm,
'Cause right
that's
now with, in, the current season, I think it's a Daniel Cormier and, Chael Sonnen. So if you get to pick, like if you end up in the Ultimate Fighter, which coach would you, rather have?
oh shit. Oh, TJ Dillashaw. I'd want to learn from him.
Okay, okay.
I like TJ.
Um, Tony, I wanna ask you, something, that I think is very inspiring about your story. You overcame drug addiction, and you are now an inspiration. What is your advice to anyone out there who might be going through a rough patch and can't see the light at the end of the tunnel?
I would just tell them just to pray. Pray to God. Ask Him what your purpose in this lifetime is, and then just think about how you getting off of drugs is just gonna inspire so many other people to get off of drugs. And I know like anybody that is on drugs, like they don't want other people to go through the same thing. Um, so what I did, this is what I would say: find your purpose and put your purpose before pleasure, and then you'll be fulfilled in a way that drugs can never fulfill you. That's how I see it.
Dude, that's strong right there. Put your, purpose first before pleasure. That is amazing. I love that, Tony. Wow,
Thank
thank you
you.
for sharing that. That's amazing. Um, Real quick though, how does fighting, like, help you, with overcoming drug addiction?
Um, Fighting. I mean, from the fights that I have, the high from winning a fight, putting in all that work, and actually becoming successful is like
Mhm,
it's it's so much. It means so much more than just like buying something and just getting high in the car. You feel good, but you don't actually feel good after because you feel like you want to kill yourself after.
mhm.
And you're like, fuck, I hate my life. Nothing feels good. Like you're only happy when you're high, and that's not like reality. So I think fighting is like it's a real. high. You know, you're actually elevating your life rather than just like digging a deeper hole for yourself, and sooner or later you might fucking die or something. So that's why fighting so means so much to me, because you know, with like, I always got told like, oh, you're a bad kid because you're angry, or you're this, you're that. But with in fighting, I could be myself and actually get like cheered on for it. Not, I don't get like talk shit to.
And I think you found your purpose in fighting, man.
Yeah, for sure. Thank you.
Yeah. Well, if there's a sponsor out there or a brand that sees you, the Conqueror, right, and wants to partner with you, which brand would that be, Tony?
Um, a brand. I want a
Mhm.
Nike deal, but I think I talk too much shit to get a Nike deal. I don't know. Uh, I like I got this represent hat on.
Oh, that's really cool.
I like represent because it's like you represent who you are, where you come from, the people that are behind you, you know. But besides that, oh, you know what would be sick is a fucking uh energy drink like Celsius or something.
Oh, yeah, dude, I see it now after your victory, someone hands you that drink, you get that money shot right there, drinking your Celsius. Oh, I love
Yeah,
that.
like low key, like the energy drinks kind of help me too, not do anything that I shouldn't be doing, because it gives you kind of like a little bit of a feeling, but it just makes you feel good for your practice. So it ain't bad.
Yeah, yeah. Hey, there you go. Celsius, call the Conqueror right now, Tony Cortez.
Shit.
You want that money shot, after he wins his fight, someone hands him the Celsius, he chugs it, shows it on camera. You got that
Nah,
in you, I know that.
I'm gonna be there for sure. If Jake Paul could do it, I could do it. Nah, I'm just kidding.
Well, Tony, before I let you go, do you have any message to your supporters?
Just thank you. You know, thank everybody that supports me, watches me fight, that wants me to win, and to all the haters, fuck you, straight up.
You
I
know what
got a
I
lot of
realized? Huh?
I got a lot of haters, so
You
I
have a
got
lot of haters. Why?
because they hate on me. They ain't trying to see me win.
Well, you know how it is, right? When someone has like a good record, I notice that people hate on them because they always win, and that's the only reason they could give me. Like, why do you hate on someone who's great? Oh, because that person keeps winning. I'm like, isn't that something to celebrate though? That means they're good.
Yeah, I don't know. Maybe because I talk a lot, or they say that I talk a lot. Hey, but everything I've ever said, I've done it. So I mean, whatever.
Well, thank you so much, Tony, for joining me here on the Rain Check. I really appreciate it. Like I said, you are an inspiration. So thank you so much for sharing your story here. Guys, please do follow him on Instagram at Tony Cortez MMA, and follow Up Next Fighting as well at Up Next Fighting. And follow me, Raine Cruz, at Ringside Rain. Don't miss the undefeated Tony the Conqueror Cortez as he faces Ryan Lilley at UNF 27 on August 30th, live from the Warner Center Marriott in Woodland Hills, California. Tickets are available on upnextfighting.com. And when you buy your tickets, put Tony's name there. Right, Tony?
Yep.
Sounds good. Well, thank you so much again for joining me. I will see you at weigh-in. I really appreciate it. Guys, he is Tony Cortez. I am Raine Cruz. This is the Rain Check, and we are checking out. Bye.
Bye.